welcome to Quantum Life Free. Got a sexy voice today. So, going through some processing of my throat chakra. Spent a couple of hours out of body last night. I wanted to talk about the post that I put this morning about the different types of intuition. And I want to be really kind of frank about this statement that I'm going to make in this group. First and foremost, when I list little highlights and statements as far as like pictures or memes or something like that, I'm giving you a sample, which means that I listed a few of our intuitive qualities. And it's funny because I'll see you guys jump into logic and go, well, there's this and there's this and there's the taste and there's the feel. And the truth of it is it was a sample of what this class was going to be about today. The truth is that there's so many different levels and filters to our intuition that I was just giving you a tiny little taste of clairvoyance, clairaudio, clairsentient, being empathic, being a seer, having prophetic dreams, and the thing is we're all so highly intuitive in different areas that labels are kind of silly anyways. Because if I tried to put in a category the way that I see the world, it doesn't even exist. There's no categories. So what I call myself is an extrasensory. And what an extrasensory is someone who uses more senses to live a physical life. So what I'm doing is I'm spending probably half or more of my day in non-physical reality, and I'm seeing the world through basically different set of eyes than, say, someone who is programmed into their five senses. So, they're seeing the world as it is, they're hearing the world as it is, they're feeling the world as it is. That is very different than kind of taking those filters off of fear and seeing the world through the eyes of your intuition. Now, I posted something in this free group yesterday about your chakra systems, and each chakra is basically a different satellite unit that gives and receives data throughout the universe, communicates with the earth. The earth has 7 chakras as well. So we're constantly in this communication process. So I wanted to clear that up and let everyone know that if there was an intuitive ability that I didn't list this morning that you feel like you have, then that's fantastic. Matter of fact, share it. Even post in the comments what it means so that other people, because part of what Quantum Life is it's a big old group for confirmation. It's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going through, and oh, this is what I'm experiencing. And all I have to go off of is my last 15 years as an intuitive, and the journey that I've been on, and the things that I have been able to manifest, and also the challenges that I've manifested, because I think that sharing the aspect of darkness that I have within me allows other people to feel safe sharing theirs. And I would also love this to be a forum of stories where people can share their stories, not necessarily go into a negative, spiral, but say, hey, this came up, and does anyone have any suggestions? Or, hey, this came up, but this is how I dealt with it. So I really want to make this an empowered group, and don't take what I say so literal. Okay, so if I say that you're cognizant, like I said to Pino earlier, and he wrote back in a private message and said, well, I thought I was a light worker. So basically what a light worker is someone who is here to hold light and transcend darkness, which is the opposite of light, which is fear. Okay, so that's our job. So how we filter that, or how we do our job here, it really doesn't matter which category you want to label yourself. Again, it goes back to yesterday's video as far as just becoming more aware of who you are, because then it gives yourself permission to not feel so strange and move away from comparison. Which means that if you're in a life right now that you've created for yourself and you're not feeling intuitive, that's one thing. But if you're dealing with an intuitive ability and you're looking at someone else and saying, oh, I wish I had that, that's not doing anything for your journey. Which means what I said in that message this morning was, my secret is trust. I just have this unwavering trust in myself that came on the coattails of self-love when I was working through all of my healing. I knew that I was here to first love myself. And after I knew how to do that, obviously I'm still working on filtered layers of that and dark places that I haven't found yet. But that will be manifested to me in time. But as I did that, you learn to embody trust for yourself, because spirit is extremely subtle. It is, it's quiet, it whispers, and your ego and your inner voice, your mind chatter is extremely loud. And it's constantly needing to know facts, and it's needing labels, and it's needing proof, and it's needing all these things. And I will tell you, in non-physical reality, none of those things exist. Which means that in non-physical reality, there is this big combination of no thing and everything. Which means nothing is real, and everything is real. And so I have just gotten to a place where those first 3 seconds, I honor myself, because my first 3 seconds is my intuition. And what I speak, I don't doubt, I don't judge, I don't get in the way of. Sometimes it's a little faster than my body wants to say it. But enough times of doing that, what you will notice is that even if you appear to trigger someone in the words you said, in that moment, your job was to be a catalyst for that person.